tax law and practice, deduction under section 80G, it is related to donations. Deduction under section 80G deals with deduction in respect of donations to certain funds, charitable institutions, etc. Deduction under section 80G can be claimed by all types of assessees. If the amount of donation exceeds Rs 2000, then it should be paid by any mode other than cash. Donation in kind is not allowed as deduction. Deduction is allowed in respect of amounts given as charitable donations. Classification of donations. Donations are classified as under no limit donations, with limit donations. First type is no limit donations. No limit donations is further classified into two categories. They are number 1, deduction allowed at 100% and number 2, deduction allowed at 50%. The second type of donations is with limit donations. With limit donations are also further classified into two categories. They are number 1, deduction allowed at 100% of the qualifying amount and number 2, deduction allowed at 50% of the qualifying amount. Let us look at the first type of donation, that is no limit donations. Under no limit donations, we are going to see the first category, that is deduction is allowed at 100%. So deduction is allowed at 100% for the following contributions. Contribution to the National Defence Fund set up by the central government, the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, the Prime Minister's Armenia Earthquake Relief Fund, the Africa Fund, the National Foundation for Communal Harmony, the University or Educational Institution of National Eminence, the Maharashtra Chief Minister's Relief Fund or Chief Minister's Earthquake Relief Fund. Zilla Sakshata Samitis constituted for the purpose of improvement of primary education, literary and post-literary efforts in villages and towns with a population not exceeding 1 lakh. The National Blood Transfusion Council or any state blood transfusion council, any fund set up by the state government to provide medical relief to the poor, the Central Welfare Fund of the Army, Air Force and Navy, the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister's Cyclone Relief Fund, the National Illness Assistance Fund. The Chief Minister's Relief Fund or the Lieutenant Governor's Relief Fund, National Sports Fund set up by the central government, National Cultural Fund set up by the central government, the Fund for Technology Development and Applications set up by the central government, any fund set up by the state government of Gujarat exclusively for providing relief to the victims of the earthquake in Gujarat, the National Trust for the Welfare of Persons with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation and Multiple Disabilities. Donation to National Children's Fund, Swachh Bharat Kosh set up by the central government, but payment should not be made from Corporate Social Responsibility Fund. Some donated by a resident assessee to the Clean Ganga Fund set up by the central government. For this donation also, the payment should not be made from Corporate Social Responsibility Fund, a National Fund for Control of Drug Abuse. Donations, the second category, that is deductions allowed at 50%. Donation to Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund, Prime Minister's Drought Relief Fund, donation to Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust and donation to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. The second type of donation is with limit donations. And under with limit donations, the first category is Deduction allowed at 100% of the qualifying amount. Donation to the government or any local authority, institution or association approved by the central government to be utilized for the purpose of promoting family planning. Sum paid by a company to the Indian Olympic Association or any other association or institution established in India and notified by the central government for the purpose of development of infrastructure for sports and games in India and for sponsorship of sports and games in India. Under with limit donations, the second type is deduction allowed at 50% of the qualifying amount. Donation to any notified temple, mosque, church, gurudwara or other place for renovation and repairs. Donation to any corporation specified for promoting the interests of minority community. Donation to any authority constituted in India by law for the purpose of planning, development or improvement of cities, towns and villages or for both. Donation to government or any local authority to be utilized for any charitable purposes except promoting family planning, any other fund or any institution established in India for charitable purpose. Let us now look at the steps to calculate deductions for with limit donations. Number 1. First, find out the maximum limit of qualifying amount by calculating 10% of gross total income minus deductions under section 80C to U except 80G, long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain under section 111A. Next, from this qualifying amount, first deduct 100% deductions. The third step is find out the difference. The last step is for 50% deductions, apply 50% on the difference. And regarding short-term capital gain under section 111A, it means short-term capital gains on transfer of shares in a company or units of a equity-oriented fund or units of a business trust.